I did see a booger on the shear. That was kind of gross.
Seem to be missing a couple letters here.
Ooh, a private entrance, charcuterie, European furniture, and I can see Daddy's jet from my hot tub.
How much extra value do you actually get in Las Vegas when you decide to splurge on a nice penthouse room versus a comped room? Hi, I'm Freddie, and I'm at the Aria in Las Vegas. And today, I'm testing a $0 hotel room versus a $1,000 room. Which one's better to stay in? The answer might surprise you. Let's dive right in. I'm gonna take a look at 4 different features of both rooms. So let's go. When you're staying in the $0 room at the Aria, you enter through the normal entrance, which is really beautiful. As much as this video makes it seem like hell versus heaven, this still gives a high-class, fantastic feel. Now, if you have a gold or platinum membership with MGM, you get to check in at the invited guest desk. Otherwise, in the $0 room, you'll wait in line and check in at this beautiful lobby. Now, it can get very busy, so you do have an option to check in through your cell phone. However, in true $0 room fashion, I tried doing that and it didn't work, and I had to go to the lobby anyway. So there you go. Let's check out the $1,000 room. The $1,000 room is found in Aria's Sky Suites. And this is where Aria's private limos pick up their VIP clients from the airport and drop them off. This is also a shared entrance for the Sky Villa Suites, but those are typically like $7,000 or more a night. They may not be out of his budget, but they are out of mine. I'm rich! So let's enjoy this as a low-class citizen. As soon as you walk in, the air is filled with that classic Aria scent. If you know, you know.
What's that even mean?
If it's been a super long journey for you and you've got to use the restroom, well, they've got a private restroom as soon as you enter. And this ain't no typical casino restroom. This is high class. They've got rolled towels, mouthwash, and body lotion. All you can eat, baby.
Free mouthwash and body lotion, and the toilet is right here.
This is a great first impression for a $1,000 a night suite.
It's cool to know it's a very nice place to take VIP. Joke never gets old to me.
Once you leave the restroom, you'll continue down this hall until you reach the Sky Suites Lounge.
Wow.
But this ain't just some dopey Vegas lounge. They've got unlimited drinks and snacks. All you gotta do is walk around to the back here, and they've got fridges filled with juice, sodas, water, and also 2 coffee machines that make different variations like cappuccino, mochas, and just regular. They also have all-you-can-eat hors d'oeuvres here, and they change the menu throughout the day. Right now, it's late afternoon, so they've kind of got a snack menu out. And we haven't even gotten to the lobby yet. So finally, let's go check in. The lobby is right through these doors directly next to the Sky Lounge. And while you could check in online, do you really want to miss a secret VIP experience? I don't think so. Now let's analyze the next category. After you're done checking in here, it's time to walk to your room. And to do that, it takes about a minute and a half going at a normal pace, and you gotta walk through the casino until you get to the elevator stand where you've gotta scan your room key first and scramble to your elevator. This area typically gets very crowded. And they've even got ugly casino carpet. Wow! And this is what the inside of the elevator looks like for the $0 room. It's alright, but I bet you know what's better? Right after you finish checking in at this lobby, you head to the right and through these doors, and this immediately takes you to the elevators. And the designs on these elevators are absolutely amazing. They look like gold bars. To the genius who designed this, props, bro, or sis, this is beautiful. And one of the best parts is that there's basically no foot traffic, so almost as soon as you push the button for an elevator, it's ready for you. They've got 6 elevators and few guests going up and down, so it comes and goes really quick. But the inside of the elevator itself, It's not that much different than the $0 room. It's aight. And a quick side note, you can walk to the Sky Suites from the $0 room as well. And here's how you do it. You go left at the guest elevators and follow this long walk. This helps if you decide to upgrade to a Sky Suite when you check in, or if you decide to hang out in the casino or go to the restaurants. There's the entrance, and the elevators are directly to our right. Next! Does this really make a difference? Yes, it does. Trust me, you'll see. Once you get off the elevator for the $0 room, you'll find out this floor is designated for the Stay Well Preemie rooms.
Seem to be missing a couple letters here.
I mean, seriously, Aria. I'm trying to do a video about how your $0 room is pretty good, and you can't even replace a couple missing letters? Stop being cheap and have pride in your property. Anyway, the walk from the elevator to the normal room can be really close, but our room is far. It takes about 1.5 minutes at a normal pace, so whenever you need to go downstairs, you better get ready to burn some calories. But the hallway itself is nice. Getting off the elevator and walking to your room on the Sky Suites floors, in my opinion, it's probably my least favorite thing about the Sky Suites. Up until this point, everything about the Sky Suites experience is unforgettable and unique. But the elevator lobby and the hallway to the room, there's really nothing special about it. However, it's a super short walk to your room no matter where it is. And that's because the higher floors at the Aria aren't as wide as the lower floors. Now it's time for the most important part. Obviously, this is the main event. Let's check out the rooms themselves. I mean, honestly, it's pretty nice for $0. First, let's take a look at the living and bedroom area. You've got a desk and a minibar fridge, a sofa chair with a decent view, 2 super comfortable beds, and that's about it. And here's the thing, if I really wanted to be extremely nitpicky, I'm sure I could find a couple things I don't like about the room. But there's nothing in this room that would make you go back downstairs and demand a refund of your $0, you know? Like for example, I did see a booger on the sheer. That was kind of gross. There was a hair in the bathtub. That was a little bit gross. But again, for $0, this room's nice. After booking this room, I didn't pay for any upgraded views or anything. But honestly, this particular view is alright. And that brings me to another interesting feature about the Aria rooms. They all have a corner view panel. Watch, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Basically, there's a corner with windows to give you more of a panoramic feel in almost all of their rooms. And that's the thing I really like about these Aria basic rooms. They kind of have everything you need in a room, and it feels classy. Really, everything you need in a free room. And right next to the bed, they do have an iPad that is supposed to control the entire room. Last night, it wasn't connecting to the curtains, look. Not connected. That's really weird. That's supposed to be like one of the central features of the room and it's not working. But again, it's a $0 room. For $0, I'll get up there and open the curtains myself. And speaking of the curtains, let's do that right now. And the curtains close with simply pushing these buttons. Look. And yes, I'm aware this isn't like magic. This is 2025. But considering this is a comped room, for a low-level guy like me, this is great. But there's one important thing to check. How does the bathroom look? Let's check it out. And if I'm being honest, this bathroom exceeds expectations. And as much as I want to act shocked for the camera, I've stayed in this room before. This is one of my favorite standard bathrooms in all of Las Vegas in a normal room. It's a bath and a shower behind the same glass door. You could switch from shower to bath to shower. You can overflow the bath. It's awesome. And as I mentioned before, since we're staying in a Stay Well Preemie suite, we get orange crap in our shower. Yeah! I'm about 5'11". Let me show you how I fit into this bathtub. So while I can't lay down completely flat, it's still plenty of room. There we go. I mean, really, you can't complain about this type of an experience in a normal room. I don't think you could beat this. At least, not in a $0 room. Unless you're a super high roller. Nice sink, nice mirror. They've got cups for rinsing.
moisturizing hand wash, body lotion, the normal stuff. It does not include the toiletries, but I don't think anyone on earth expects free toiletries in a basic room.
And then finally, we've got the toilet right behind this glass door. I like that it's got its own room, but the frosted see-through windows are kind of weird for me.
That's all the privacy you're gonna get in the toilet. No fan in here. They do have a vent right behind me, but I don't think it's sucking air out.
But overall, that's a great bathroom experience. And before we wrap this room up, let's take a look at the entrance.
As soon as you walk in the room, to your right, you're gonna have 2 closets and a bunch of drawers. And they've got plenty of room in them. The maid lights are broken, privacy, service, and the master on and off. It was free 99, so what am I gonna do, complain? Maybe that's why the maintenance doesn't get done in these rooms, because nobody complains. They're like, I didn't pay anything for it anyway. In the end, would you pay $0 a night to stay in this room? Well, of course you would. That's a silly question. This is a great basic room to stay in. I wish I could give you something like, oh, the place is falling apart, to make it super dramatic, but I'm not gonna lie in these videos. This room is great. It's definitely awesome at $0. But that leaves one lingering point. If this room is $0 a night, that means if you're gonna pay $1,000 a night for a room at the Aria, it better be spectacular, right? Let's go find out. Bye-bye, $0 room. This is the Sky Suites, 1-bedroom penthouse with strip view. Let's go check it out. Wow. I've been in this room a couple times before. That was a fake reaction. But the room is wow. I mean, just look for yourself.
But for real, let's take a full look at this room. Starting with the foyer and front bathroom. I've said this before, but it's important to note that the camera cannot properly do this room justice. You have to come here yourself and see it. From the foyer, we check out the front bathroom, which is pretty standard. It's nice, but really nothing special. And from here, we move into the living room.
So let's walk through this beautifully painted black archway into the Sky Suite itself. You're gonna have a desk right over there. You can buy an adjoining room if you want though. Hard at work or hardly working, am I right, Mac? That was a quote from Shrek 2.
And from the desk, you simply turn around to see this pretty nice living room.
Look at this living room!
The white reflective floor is a great touch, and you'll notice they've got a watercolored skyish type of paint on the wall.
I think that TV is the same size as the one in the $0 room. So you can't really give points to the $1,000 room for the TV.
Well, who wants to watch TV when you got a view of the strip right out your window?
As I mentioned, in the $0 room, all Aria rooms have a corner view. This one has 3 corner views. 1, 2, 3.
Now, let's see what the rest of this suite has to offer. Next, we come to a dining room. Trust me, this is art.
Now in the kitchen dining room area, you got a couple cool things. We do have the K-Cup machine. I don't know if they actually charge you for these things in the room. Now, since you do have the Aria Sky Suite access to the Sky Lounge, you can get free coffee just by simply going downstairs. It's very easy, very convenient, because the elevators go directly to the room that's right next to the lounge. Otherwise, they might charge you $30 for this thing.
The dining room isn't that big, but it's got some of the necessities you would want in a higher end room. Like a fridge, a microwave. Oh, wait, no microwave, never mind.
Just a suggestion, Aria, maybe you could fit a microwave under there. I don't know, maybe not. Or you could put a microwave right there instead of $50 Fijis.
Excuse me, it was a $26 Fiji.
Nickel and diming us, man, chill. This is the mini bar where they overcharge you a ton. At the Sky Lounge, I'm pretty sure you can access soda 24 hours a day. If I recall correctly, Aria charges you $12 a pop, literally here. So just walk downstairs.
That's a major problem in my mind because in the $0 room, they have almost an identical minibar. You'd think for a $1,000 room, they would maybe give you a couple of these 25-cent drinks for free. Remember, it's free if you go to the lounge, but if you drink it here, it's $15!
After this, we can walk into the bedroom, which, come on, man, this has got to be the best part of the room.
Maybe not just the bedroom alone, but everything past this door. It includes an awesome bathroom, but first, look at this bed. And I know I love fast-forwarding clips, but this one, you really gotta take it all in. This bed makes it feel like you're sleeping on a cloud. When I first walked in and saw this beautiful bed, other than filming this, I took a nap right away. It was just too inviting to say no. It's like you're in heaven. Not real heaven, I mean like Las Vegas heaven.
And the Sky Suites with the ugly gray headboard. I hate that piece. Before I stayed in the rooms, they used to have the pictures of these rooms online, and they used to have this beautiful white headboard that looked like clouds. But when I finally stayed in one of those rooms, they were already gone. I hate that you guys updated this, to be honest with you. That white headboard was so unique, that felt like $1,000. Maybe this one is slightly more comfortable, but guys, I think you could have figured something out where halfway in between thing.
Now, it's not the best view on Earth, and it's mostly blocked by the Park MGM, but you get a slight view of the south end of the strip. And when you look on the other side towards the Aria, I really kind of like the way this looks. It doesn't really look as Las Vegas-y, but it's got a really cool architectural vibe to it.
And back here, there's a secret passageway. Where does it go? Well, let's find out. Come on.
And skinny rooms require modern solutions.
Nothing too special. It just loops back around. Here's where you've got a closet. Plenty of room. Most of my crap is in here already. And then this way, we've got the bathroom. And this may be one of the best bathrooms in Las Vegas. The Sky Suite, Sky Bathroom, or whatever you want to call it. It's absolutely beautiful. Super clean, and once again just goes with the theme of you in the sky and a cloud. Whatever that means.
And to reiterate, I love this view while you're taking a bath. It may not be a full-blown view of the entire strip, but what you see just makes it feel super classy. And I know I keep saying this over and over, the camera can only do so much to replicate what this room feels like. You have to be in this room in real life to really experience it. Anyway,
and since the last video I did at an MGM property was at the Bellagio, and I was killing them because they did not include free toiletries, well, guess what? The Sky Suites, they do. Dental kit, that includes a toothbrush and toothpaste. They've got mouthwash, which again, you could get downstairs in the VIP bathroom, and nothing in that one. Those small things, that's gotta cost them like 50 cents for that kit. If you're paying $1,000 a night for a hotel room, you better have stuff like this. Now, everything about this has a luxury feel. And they did not forget the corner window view. It's almost like a hide and seek spot, you know?
and in case you don't see it, let me illustrate it for you.
All right, now let's talk about this bathtub. One of the cool things about the Aria is with their bathtubs, even though they don't have the hot tub pumps, they do have air bubbles at the bottom, which I absolutely love. It's a small touch, but it's something interesting that makes the room unique. And then right next to the bathtub over here, we've got the makeup mirror. As I mentioned in my Fountain Blue video, I am naturally beautiful, I don't need makeup. Also, the bathtub does have a TV, so you can actually sit and watch TV. This would have been great 20 years ago.
Nowadays, I really don't watch TV. I don't mean it like, oh, I'm so cool. I don't watch TV, I just use my computer usually.
And then right next to the makeup mirror, you've got one of the best parts about this room, is this shower with the steam shower in it. The steam showers in Vegas are one of the best things that I think they can have in Las Vegas nowadays. If you're a hotel that has a room where you're charging $1,000 or more per night, you need to have a steam shower. And that is the toilet, which includes a bidet.
And a heated toilet seat, which is actually pretty nice when you use it.
My buttons are burning.
and that is one of the nicest bathrooms in all of Las Vegas. Now that we've looked at everything, let's wrap this all up. It's not even realistic to ask which one of these two was better, because by far, the Sky Suites experience is probably the best experience you could get in Las Vegas for a budget of around $1,000 a night. The real question is it worth the upgrade? I don't intend to take a middle of the fence position, but my honest opinion in regards to this kinda is middle of the fence. It depends on why you're coming to Vegas. If you're coming for a laid-back VIP experience with a nice big room and you're gonna spend a lot of time in the room, then Sky Suites makes sense. If you're coming to Vegas just to party and hang out and you're not gonna be in the room, then the $0 room is more than sufficient. I mean, it's one of the best basic rooms on the Strip. So that's my answer. What's yours? And in the name of full transparency, I was not comped for the room for this video. This room was comped whether or not I shot this video. I paid full price for the Sky Suites 1-bedroom penthouse. The average price of this room throughout the month though is just over $1,000 a night. I went on a slow night, so I only paid around $900. And I want to end this video by thanking God for giving me the ability and the drive to do this. In the name of Jesus Christ. The desire of my heart in all things that I do is to turn people to righteousness. And righteousness can only be found by believing on Jesus Christ. He paid for the sins of the world when he died on the cross. And all who call upon the name of the Lord will be saved. Before I shot this video, I prayed to God and asked him to show me what I should do for my last day in Vegas, and I came up with this. It's one of these videos where I say to myself, this is a bad idea, this is stupid, this is not going to be an effective witness to Christ. But in the end, God is the one that draws people to himself, not me. I'm just going to preach the gospel and try saying, hey, if you're coming to Sin City, your sin, my sin, and all of our sin is what separates us from God. But what reconciles us to God is when Jesus Christ died for all of our sins on the cross so that we may have eternal life. If you reject that, you're condemned already. So if you're struggling to receive it, just cry out to God himself. He'll hear you and he'll help you. But again, if this was a failing effort at preaching the gospel, I'm not going to judge myself. I'll just let God do the judging. Thank you for watching, and in the name of Jesus Christ, may God bless you.